Hi there YouTube, this is the Magnus, and we're continuing our campaign as Kholek Suneater and the Warriors of Chaos. How's everybody doing? How's life treating you? I hope you're winning and all the stuff you do. Having a good time, I know I am. Happy to get back in here and see what we can do. So, when we left off, we were trying to teach the Norskins here a lesson. And we're going to continue making life hard for them. These guys are probably going to run from us, but figure we'll mess with them a little bit. The orcs are coming. That's cool. Create more problems for everybody. How are we doing on growth? Okay, we are ready to go up a level, so we're going to want to be able to encamp here. There we go. A little camping action for us. And let's see. So be it. Get rid of these scrubs. Yes, you suck. And get. We don't want to get anything yet. We gotta build the building first. Let's see here. This allows us to get Chaos Warriors with halberds and great weapons, and the Exalted Hero. That will definitely help us be more combat ready, without a doubt. Too busy fighting each other to give me a fight. Ooh, the end of the Varg. Ouch. I'd say they'd be missed, but they won't. They most certainly will not. Right. Nice opening here. Yeah. Not much resistance for Kholek, but really, who can resist Kholek? He's a bad man. We can awaken the Varg. Let's do that. It's a little daring to be awakening all these guys and trying to keep them under control, because they like to fight each other and whatnot, but I figure let's try. Why not? Let's see, Kholek's up to level 10. Now, I need to get this horde growth. I usually get this right after Route Marcher, but I'd forgotten. As I said, I hadn't played in a couple of months, but thankfully one of you guys, one of my viewers, called me out on that, and I appreciate it. Take all the help I can get. We do. March, that's not interesting. Now again, my thinking here is dominate the north. Excuse me. Oh my. Is to dominate the north, and then you know, get as strong and as experienced as we possibly can, and then work our way down to the lands of the Order folk and teach them a lesson. I'll pretty much teach everybody a lesson. Let's sack this joint and get some more cash. Coffers are looking healthy. Like that. Okay. Our Exalted Hero leveled up. Give him some more melee defense, because that's definitely a weakness of the Exalted Hero. He's not real good at defending himself, so we're going to give him a hand there. Ooh. Some more chaos action going on over there. Not sure who those guys are. Who was that? Ah, Chaos Rebels. Excellent. Gonna help take care of these dwarves for me, or at least hopefully weaken them some. Let's finish off Doomkeep here. No reason to let that stand. Raise, get ourselves a little extra growth, and weaken our enemy. Let's see here. We're gonna go with horde growth yet again, and again after that. Very important to get that horde growth, because the quicker you can get those buildings up, get better units, and even more importantly in a lot of ways, those reductions to cost, it's going to allow you to get other stacks and do a lot of things that you couldn't before. Let's go over to the Sarl encampment, since we have most of the east already. Let's see what we can do here. Going to a camp. What is this? Is the one that lets me get The Marauders, I don't want that anymore. I'd rather my next building be cheaper, so we'll just knock that thing down. And we will recruit... I'm trying to think what I want to do here. Boot one of these. And we'll get ourselves a second halberd guy for dealing with cav and things of that nature. And we'll get 2 great weapons just for some extra punch. Not that there's a lot of heavily armored opponents up here, but in the future we'll need them, so we want to get them ranked up, get experience. That definitely helps a lot. Yeah, it looks like my subjects are fighting amongst themselves. Oh no, a pleasure palace of Slanesh. Oh my. Boys are tied up with... Oh, maybe tied up is probably not the best euphemism to use for that. Let's see what they got here. A bunch of dirtbags. I think we can do this. Oh, we can't get there. I forgot about that part. And we need to encamp to rest up troops. They've been tired out, making sweet love at the rim there, apparently. Now, Warhammer, if you just followed Total War, which is where I'm coming from. I've played every Total War ever, but I've also followed Warhammer a decent bit. If you haven't, Warhammer is a little more mature, and it's just a more mature and violent world than most fantasy worlds that games are based on. But I kind of like that because, yeah, well, obviously because I'm more mature, but also I like that good guys die, heroes die, big name characters die. It kind of has a Game of Thrones type feeling to it. So the scaling want peace. Yeah, you have way too much land. I can't have that, sir. We're gonna have to fight it out, which hopefully will be to my benefit, but we shall see. Now it looks like our Exalted Hero leveled up again, so we can get him that last point in melee defense. So now he's at 49. It's still not great, but it's a lot better than where he was. 9 better to be exact. Yes. And let's see if we can't deal with the Sarl encampment here. Alright. All these Chaos Warhounds. I'm tempted to fight it, but it says it's going to be... Oh, well, let's just do it for fun, huh? Back. Let's see what happens. It should be a victory, but we haven't done a battle yet, and to me that's just sacrilegious. It's called Total War, and you also get the advantage of, like, for example, level up more, or if I have certain units I want to get more chevrons, you just play during the battle. Make sure they get a lot of kills, make sure they get a lot of experience out of the fight, so you can kind of, with auto-resolve is not really an option, which makes, units all ranked up, but it's actually because the boost goes to melee attack and melee defense, and those are 3 things your weaker units need desperately. It's the absence of those 3 that has made them so weak. So you definitely want to address that. I'm going to keep it pretty simple here. I don't see a reason under these circumstances to be overly fancy. So we'll just stretch this line out. Maybe not the whole way. I would against a human opponent, obviously, but the AI is not human, so we don't have to bother with that. We'll put our greatsword guys in the back, just to provide extra punch where we want them, and then we'll take all of this. We'll call it Control Group 1, block the formation. Now, I'm probably going to end up adding to it because he doesn't have calves, so there's no reason to put like our dragon ogres out on the flank or anything like that. So let's do the chaos spawn over here on the right, put these guys on the left, and then we'll work in our Exalted Hero Kholek, and we'll go ahead and make them all part of one as well. And then we'll take our Vanguard guys. Now generally I'd push these guys up, but with them having so many of these Warhounds. The Warhound is just one faster, but I don't want them catching these guys. So we're going to use these more like a traditional missile unit and just keep them in the rear. And then the Warhounds we'll put on the edge to intercept their Warhounds, because I really don't care what happens to these things. I don't think I'm interested in keeping them long term. So let's do it like that. Let's see, allied troop count. They've got a lot more men on the field, if they can call themselves that. Now let's see, we're gonna have to swing around this way. Oh, okay, it's gonna mess these guys up. I don't want that. Those guys where they need to be. I can't wait to see Kholek do his thing. Definitely don't have him as buffed up as I'd like, and I can't wait to get him some armor with the ward save on it. He just, he can be such a beast. He already is, but I mean, when you get him all maxed out with the best kit and all boosted up from levels, it's just ridiculous. Alright, give our guys some time to get into... Oh, what are you doing? And, that's not acceptable, sirs. Alright. Not used to fast forwarding, so it's definitely a different experience from multiplayer. And the one thing I've found too is you have to be careful if you like to play multiplayer, specifically competitively, is if I play too much campaign without playing multiplayer, I develop some bad habits because I'm used to the, playing against the AI and all of its shortcomings. Not that the AI is horrible or anything, but the fact that the way they deal with, like, let's say for example you're going to play on very hard, which I often do. Instead of the AI being better, it just basically cheats. Like, its units perform way better than they would on normal setting. And that's fine, but the problem becomes with multiplayer is if you're used to a certain unit being a certain amount of difficulty towards you and then it changes, it can kind of set you up for having some issues. Obviously his Warhounds here don't want to go head to head, but we're going to try to force their hand. Send a decent bit of our boys over that way. So these guys are anti-infantry, so we'll send them there. Just kind of clicking down the line here to get things as balanced as I can. And then we gotta get over to Kholek. He's the fun. And he has the most potential to just really ruin someone's day. So let's see, we got most of our guys engaged. These folks over here are trying to get in there. Okay, cool, we got chaos spawning there. That's too much action for those guys. They don't warrant that much attention, I don't think. Alright, got a nice long line of MDK, murder, death, kill going on. I'd like to go spike his leader. I'll probably do that here in a little bit. I could actually have the chaos spawn take care of his butt. Alright, guys, just that cab. Come back in. That's missile cab, isn't it? Yeah, not even worth the bother. Send them in here somewhere. Chase those. Back up and kill it. See what he's doing. It's time for the leader spiking. That should pretty much drive these guys off the field. Marauders are not exactly known for their leadership. We're going to take advantage of that fact. Mix more of our Men in the targets here. I will say though, fighting against the AI is a lot more relaxing. If you haven't noticed, I'm not going crazy with my micro or whatever, because, well, I don't have to. And that's kind of nice. If you've been playing a lot of multiplayer as of late, as I have, you get used to playing in a giant panic all the time because you're not doing something at the precise moment where it's best to do so. It can cost you the game. There's some really good players in this game. And if you're new, there's a lot of people who are not very good or are new too, so you don't have to fear that. But when you get up around the top 100 and you start playing some of the guys in the top 300 or 400, these cats can game. Like this being people think good multiplayer only happens to first player shooters. Well, I disagree entirely. There are some people who can play the hell out of this game. Never even involved these guys, so we'll just bring them up, let them shoot at whoever the hell they want. Bounce back over to Kholek. Keep them juiced up. And that's going to be it for these guys. So let's take a look at how we did there. Decisive victory. I thought so. Yeah, we lost 214,000 of theirs off the goblins. Oh, as soon as I decided to read. You see that? Reading doesn't pay, kids. There's no reason to do it. You'll always get screwed. The more you know. There's my public service announcement of the day. Does that? I think it should. Just shouldn't take that long. Gunder Alpha Songram. I think they need to add more. By the way, don't you guys see the same ones pretty often? Now, I'm not talking about legendary people or ones that are not the random dudes. I miss Hilarious Fundanus. That was my favorite name from Chrome 2. He sounds like a popular guy. Alright, got Kholek level. Like that. You see we got some chevrons for the boys. Alright, good stuff. And we will, they don't have much money, we'll just awaken. Research rate. And now we have access to Prince Sigvald, which is nice. Let's see here. Oh, I love Lord of Storm, but gotta get the growth. This is where we're going next. I used to knock Lord of Stone a little bit, personally. I wasn't a big fan, and then I started using it, and I'm like, oh, wow, I was missing out. You can, take like a greatsword unit. If you target that bad boy right, take out like half of the unit in a shot, and you usually get 3 or 4 shots off a fight if you can keep Kholek alive. So, yeah, that's a good one. Multiplayer as well. Now, let's see here. Go ahead and camp. Yes. I'm tempted. I'm tempted to grab my second stack. I like to do it when I have more movement, though, so we'll hold off on that a little bit. But we got to get Prince Sigvald in the mix pretty soon. Boom. Short a friend. That's alright, we're chaos, we don't really care. As long as we end up dominating the north. The 1 tribe or the 50 tribes, or whatever number it's going to be, that are going to live up here. As long as they are our subjects. Yeah, but who are these people? Did I create these people? I don't know why it's not showing me who. Yeah, I'm at war with all of them. I get that Norse guy. Okay. That's our guys. The only people we got to worry about scaling. So we got this. It looks like, yeah. Probably head down here and take care of these two. Looks like the Varg are making some progress there. Don't want to slow them down. Take anything from them. And we're in friendly territory, so I think this is a good place for us to go ahead and recruit a new lord. There he is, Prince Sigvald. Supreme Vanity gives them horde growth, which is helpful. Our other choices are random creepy dudes. We have to sacrifice captives after battle, and then we get access to Archaon, who's pretty darn good. Alright, so there's Sigval. Now he can't move or do much of anything, but we can. So we don't get this negative penalty. And we're going to have to set him up with some soldiers. So let's toss him those guys for now. Unstoppable! Alright, let him recruit bums for the rest of his army. Ooh, we're not going to be able to get out of range yet. It's interesting. I thought we would. Alright. We're going to have to encamp and deal. So, got to recruit some guys to replace the ones we lost. 1, 2. 1, 2. Like that. New tech type stuff to do.
Are you a god?
Buildings upgrades. So we're going to go ahead and end your turn. Now, having 2 hordes makes things a little more difficult, just because both hordes generally are going to be a little weaker for a while, and the second one's going to be weaker for quite some time. But it also gives you the safety in that if you lose a horde, you don't lose the game, because that's where you're at right out of the gate. Like, when I only had Kholek, if I lose him, party's over, no matter what the circumstances. And sometimes you get just in a bad spot. You know, you get surrounded by people that you didn't even know were there, and the next thing you know, you are out of luck, sir. Put up 3 more of these guys.
What?
We'll have him chill for the time being,
The Dark
so
Prince
he doesn't get in our way. And we'll have him recruit. Let's see. Take 2 Warhounds to start with. Now we're running in the red pretty seriously, but I'm counting on the fact that horde growth is going to get us some cost savings, and that right now we have access to a pretty good amount of less than super challenging opponents. Places to attack where we can get money, and you can always fire dudes if you have to, but that's not a good sign. Alright, more experience for Chaos Warriors. Excellent. What else can we do here? Melee attack for Warriors and Chosen. Post-battle loot amount. Leadership. Definitely want the melee attack. I feel that's far more useful than the other options. Kholek is back at 20 out of 20. Destroy. Nice easy take. And we get a sack and joint.
Onward to destruction. Ready.
And then we're gonna move on a bit. That way we make room for Prince Sigvald. Start to move down without getting the penalty for having 2 hordes in close proximity.
A beautiful decision.
Which reminds me of a lot of jokes that may or may not be appropriate. We behave ourselves. And essentially what I like to do when I have a strong stack and a growing one is I will attack the cities and the armies with the main army, which in this case is Kholek, and I'll sack, and then I just have Prince Sigvald. I'm going to try to have him just follow along and be the guy that blows everything up. So he gets that extra horde growth, and my army can move a lot quicker because it doesn't have to stop to blow things up all the time. So it's kind of, I think, a pretty good arrangement. Let's see, melee attack. Do we want armor, or do we want charge? I've never been... Well, let's see. Let's go melee attack for now. Alright, and then click off and back in. And we're going to head towards the Tower of Crack, which I thought was located in Baltimore, but apparently it is in Norska. The Tower of Crack. next time you take the Tower of Crack, call your mom and say, hey, I just took the Tower of Crack. And if she's proud of you, you've got a cool mom. Let's see. Okay, just auto-resolve here. And bye-bye. Causes fear and terror. He also causes severe attraction. Ooh, yeah.
Ready.
Alright, he gets his first level, Route Marcher. Always start here, then bang here, and then it's more a matter of personal preference. The red line generally is going to pay off better because it affects all your units, but there's definitely things at the top you want. And the yellow, you know, if you like to use your guys in battle, well, that's going to help you out a lot. Alright, well, we got further here today. We got our second stack. We were able to subjugate everybody but the scaling. The Varg are now under our banner. So all it's going to be left for us to do is wrap these guys up. Maybe get one more stack, depending on how we do. And then begin the Chaos Invasion. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit like. Please hit subscribe. And I hope you'll be with me next time for part 3. Thanks. This is the Magnus. See you soon.